All right. BroBox 10-12 NFL breakdown. I'm JCap. Got Ben and Jake here. Randy is, I don't even know what's going on with him.
You don't know where Randy is right now.
So, yeah, let's get started. First game, let's do...
the Thursday game?
Yeah, Thursday game. Indy versus... who did they play again?
Houston. Indy
Texans.
versus Houston.
Indy,
I think
he's right. J.J. Swat got a touchdown on that fumble.
Yep.
And then
J.J. Swat almost had a second one too, but I also noticed at the end of that game, DeAndre Hopkins, the fumble that clinched it for the Colts, it was this fumble on the ground. He walked over to try to get it, kind of jogged over. He could have dove and gotten the ball back for him, maybe won them the game.
Really?
Just another loss.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Jake, any thoughts?
Jake, any thoughts, yeah?
I mean, you think about it, but let's talk about the Colts offense for a second right here. I mean, Andrew Luck threw for 370. T.Y. Hilton had 140 yards receiving, the first quarter. I mean, honestly, I think from the get-go, the Texans had given up. Towards the end, when the Colts stopped throwing the ball and all that stuff, I really think that the Texans had given up from the get-go. So towards the end, they started picking up some steam, but I really think that even if DeAndre Hopkins had run for the ball, I really don't think that they had any chance of getting back in that game.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to skip around here. Let's go Packers game. Story of this game, it was very close.
And Aaron Rodgers is Mr. Clutch.
Yeah, Rodgers does
With the fake spike. Dan Marino fake spike.
Does the screen pass, then they throw the touchdown. Tannehill played a great game. Not great game. He played a good game. He did what he needed to do. Dolphins defense couldn't get the job done. Just a future Hall of Fame quarterback doing what he does.
Not Ryan Tannehill. I'm assuming you're not talking about Ryan Tannehill.
Yes, I'm always talking about Ryan Tannehill.
Maybe, who knows? But I don't know. Not the way he's been doing so far. He did have a nice run actually, which is interesting.
We're saying that the Dolphins defense couldn't get it done, but really I think the Dolphins defense did better than most defense could do in this situation. The Dolphins defense has had a great year. They limited a high-powered Packers offense to only 27 points. Meanwhile, having a crappy offense against crappy defense, I mean, I think the Dolphins defense did their job. The offense just couldn't perform.
I guess. Okay, that's fair. I mean, they did have a lot of turnovers, so that's fair. Okay.
Just like turnovers in the recently played Washington-Arizona game. Kirk Cousins throwing the game away with a few picks.
That pick six?
And, with a pick six. So.
Yeah. Oh, he threw a pick six?
Yeah, pick six with a minute left in the game.
Right. Yeah, did he have the Cardinals defense?
Yeah.
Yeah, he threw pick six at the very end.
Awesome.
So.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just kind of threw the game away. It's a lot different from what we've seen him playing in the backup role to RG3 when he comes through.
Yeah, I mean, but there was all the hype about Kirk Cousins in his first two games when he had two great games. Then with the Giants, everybody kind of saw the true inexperience inside of him. He's never really been a true starter in the NFL, but with the Giants game, people were really able to see that he's not a starter. He's a backup quarterback, and his first two games were effectively beginner's luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I mean, I don't think he's doing awful. I mean, he's playing a good Cardinals defense, and the offense didn't look atrocious. It looked fine. But, okay. How about the Browns blowing out the Steelers? I mean, I know it's some insignificant game, in general, in the big picture.
Yeah, the Steelers, I thought they had solid chance in this game, but just from the start, they did not show any performance. Ben Tate ran all over the place, did really well.
Yeah.
And I just didn't see anything from the Steelers. I don't know what it's been.
They had no coverage down the field, especially Jordan Cameron, who killed him. He had over 100 yards receiving. They had no way to cover him.
Yep. It's true.
Brian Hoyer has been ridiculous this year.
Who?
I mean, Brian Hoyer.
Yeah. He's
He's lost only like 3 or 4 games in the last 2 seasons when he's been the Browns starter. He's been out most of this season. That's why the Browns have been so bad. But last year, but he's had a great year so far. And with some injuries from Ben Tate, I mean, with him back in the backfield, this backfield is like really something to be worried about.
Yep, it's true. Bengals Panthers tie, frustrating.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Well, can we first say that Mike Nugent sucks? He's like the Alex Henry of this week. I mean, missed that chip shot, the 36-yarder at the end of the game that would have won the game.
Detroit's kickers this year, like even Matt Prater missed one today. They've been like 5 for 15 on their field goals or something. I don't know what it is exactly.
Could have won last week.
They've just been terrible.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the water.
Who would have known though? The kickers. I mean, I guess the Raiders. The Raiders took Sebastian Jankowski in the first round. I guess they really know what's going on. They know that you need a good kicker.
Well, sure. So,
okay.
Then again, they have not been a great team recently, as in like the past 40 years. But
Yep. Yeah.
We know who's been great. Chandler Catanzaro, kicker for Atlanta.
Ooh, James Casey, 26-yard touchdown.
Yeah, nice. Chandler Catanzaro has not missed a single kick this year. He's now, I think, 14 for 14 on the year.
There's always one rookie kicker that just doesn't miss a field goal.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's good. Yeah. Okay, let's get to the Cowboys game. That was the big game today. The Seahawks are very good.
I mean, the Cowboys were playing under immense pressure. I mean, nobody expected them to go into Seattle today and win this game. I mean, and they really solidified them. I mean, I honestly think that this could be the NFC Championship game. With the way that the Cowboys' offense is playing, this offense is definitely the best offensive line in all of football, right? With DeMarco Murray behind them, it's a super high-powered running offense that can't be stopped, right? Tony Romo's been playing better. He had a shaky game in the beginning, but
defense wins championships. So.
Yeah. Yes. That is.
I don't know. I don't even see them winning the NFC East. I don't see them beating the Eagles. I don't think they're a better team than the Eagles right now.
Yeah.
Defense wins championships. Right now, the Cowboys are 5-1. So.
That could just lead to 5-11. You know.
Yeah. And it's not about regular season. I mean, that's it. Whatever.
I think that'll be an interesting division to watch though, with the Eagles and Cowboys.
Yeah.
We've got a good rivalry there.
The fact that the Legion of Boom have been exposed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Des Bryant was doing well against Sherman today. That's for sure.
Well, there was an element of gamemanship there. There were a few times they were patting each other on the back. But Russell Wilson was. I mean, at the end of the game, I was disappointed. At the end of the game, Russell Wilson started ducked the Cowboys and ran into the locker room. And that was just disappointing to me, because I would like to think of him as a better sport than that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Well, he never loses, too. So that's probably why
exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Come back down.
All right, before we get on to the Patriots game, how about the I kind of gonna put these two together, because the hottest team recently has been the Chargers, I would say. Like, when you're I mean, you could say the Cowboys and stuff, but I mean, Phillip Rivers is playing out of his mind right now, like probably best in the NFL. And they have barely beat the Raiders. And then the Jaguars have been so bad, easily the worst team in the NFL right now, and they lost again. Do we think that this is a continuous pattern? And the Jaguars probably. Do you think the Chargers can keep this up though? Like, can they beat out the Broncos for this division?
That's interesting to think about. I don't know. They were playing in the playoffs last year, and that was a really close game. But obviously, the Chargers are a different team now than they were before. I think Phillip Rivers is really at that veteran status now.
Yeah.
He's showing Like, he can be a good quarterback. He's got good receivers around him. They've got a good defense. I don't know. They'd have to get lucky. I
do think another thing is the Broncos' defense has significantly improved this year.
Yeah.
So that might present some problems to Phillip Rivers. But again, with the way he's playing and the way he's utilizing his receivers right now, doesn't look like the additions of Aqib Talib and some key players in the defensive backfield can really help them right now.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Because we got to keep in mind that the Chargers ran for over 140 yards to what was regarded as the best run defense in the league in the Jets.
True. It's true.
Mhm.
Yeah, Brandon Oliver is a talented running back. The Vikings-Lions game, I don't really want to talk about this very much because I feel like it's kind of simple. Basically, the Lions played fine, did their job. Bridgewater got sacked too much.
Yeah, nothing surprising in that game.
Yeah.
The only thing surprising was Matt Stafford's stat line. Except for the fact that he only threw for 185 yards.
But they got the job done, and that's what matters. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think what you said about the Jets' run defense, that'll be interesting on Thursday with Vereen. That'll be like Ridley probably won't be playing, so it'll be interesting with Vereen to see what he can do, if he can do anything really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm expecting him to be more of a screen guy in that game. I don't think they're gonna game plan to run the ball up the middle.
Yeah, but honestly, with the way that the Jets' backfield is playing, the Jets' defensive backfield is playing, Tom Brady's not going to need to run the ball.
Yeah.
Well, obviously you have to run it on at least one play, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would that be interesting?
Maybe not. Jets are that bad. So
every play, if they could pass every play. Now that I think about it, like that would be interesting to see. Every single play, just Brady in the shotgun, empty backfield, passing every down.
Yeah. That could be crazy.
I mean, it's the Jets. You can experiment, you know. Did you see Julius Thomas scored a touchdown and just yelling about how it was too easy?
Yeah. Yeah. Jets are so bad. I think the Jets are going to get a high draft pick.
I agree.
Well, Woody Johnson came out in a press conference yesterday, said that he refuses to fire either Idzik or Rex Ryan during the season, but he will reevaluate it at the end of the season. So maybe the Jets can turn around, maybe not. But Idzik actually has a pretty good philosophy right now, saying that he didn't want to. The Jets were $22 million under the cap this year, and everybody's burning Idzik, saying why didn't he spend that money? The Jets could have been so much better. But what I found out the other day is that $22 million carries over to next year. So the Jets can be $22 million over the cap next year, and that's when a lot of key players like Ndamukong Suh and those guys come off contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't criticize him for it. I just feel like Rex Ryan shouldn't get fired because the roster's not good enough.
Yeah.
But, yeah. All right.
He's always been on the hot seat, though. Rex Ryan.
Yeah.
Those first 2 good years with Sanchez, he hasn't really done anything.
Mm-hmm.
Except improve their run defense, really. I haven't seen, they haven't really. Eric Decker hasn't done much this year, only because Geno Smith hasn't. Michael Vick didn't do anything when he was playing. I don't know. I think they need a good quarterback to really make a statement.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe Marcus Mariota or something.
I don't think Mariota's going to be that good, but.
Yeah. That'll be a conversation for another day.
Yes. The Patriots game. Patriots dominated again. Played great.
It was good to see LaFell out there and Timms too.
Yes.
With a lot of passing yards too. That's good to see for them.
Yes. And it was just well played. I mean, the defense played solid.
And Tom Brady looked a little more like his old self.
Yes.
This game, the game against the Bengals, he's been looking a little more like his old self. Whereas at the beginning of the year, he looked like it might be time to retire. So.
Yeah.
That's true. I thought Bills didn't play bad. Kyle Orton did okay.
Yep.
for the most part. Scott Chandler had a lot of catches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's starting to get the ball a lot.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't like the EJ Manuel benching. I thought it was a little unfair. I don't think like he's that bad.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either, really. He's
Kyle
still
Owens
young.
played well though. He threw for 300 yards today. I mean, he's played well. He's in the first few games.
Yeah. Patriots game Thursday against the Jets. Patriots are favored by the spread right now by 9.5 points, which I think is pretty fair.
I would say it's going to be more than that. I think like 10 points maybe. Like at least 10. I can see him beating them by 30.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd put my money on that. I mean, the Jets are
Nothing
1
personal, Jake. Nothing personal.
I don't know. The Jets lost to the Broncos by 14 today. I don't see the Pats beating them by 30.
All right, fair enough.
I don't know about that.
Especially with Ridley out.
All right, so what's your final prediction for that? Give me a score.
I can go 24-17 Pats.
All right, I'm going to say 21-10 Patriots.
31-13 Patriots.
All right.
All right. One more game for next week that we're going to do, and then we'll be done. Sunday Night Football next week. 49ers Broncos. That's a good game.
That'll be a good game, but I think the 49ers will be exposed. I just haven't seen them as a top team this year.
Yeah, I mean, especially Vern Davis isn't healthy again. He's had some real back problems this season, and if he plays tomorrow night in St. Louis, that there's a good chance that could be re-aggravated. So without him there, I mean, he gets a good amount of the catches in that offense when he's in there. So that takes away some explosiveness. And then the Broncos D-line, their QB and their linebackers, their QB spy, has been pretty good all season. So that might present some problems for Kaepernick running the ball.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
All right, I'd say that just about wraps this thing up.
Yeah, it does. More to come soon. Better, more. It'll get better. We're
That was pretty good for the first time. I don't know.
We got some
We're doing
technology
alright.
struggles.
We're working on it. First live video conference. I'd say we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right.
Okay, so that's the broadcast. Thanks, guys.